LR10 students, it's good to see you again. Remember me? I'm your LR10 instructor, Leah Thomas. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about your final project for LR10. Don't worry, you don't have to write a paper. What you're going to do is write 4 resource reports on the English topic that you're working on for your final paper for English class. That might be a little bit confusing, so I'm just here to explain a little bit more. So let's take a look at the instructions, shall we?
Alright, so here's the information. So here's the instructions for the final project. You can find this slideshow in the online classroom in the final project module. You'll also find resource report templates there, a full printable description of the assignment, a frequently asked questions discussion board forum if you have questions about the final project, and basically everything you need to do an amazing job. So you're already working on your final English paper for English 1. That means that you're doing research, you're organizing ideas, and you're gathering resources to help you write your paper, right? So hopefully you've been using what you're learning in LR10 to locate some fantastic resources to help you with your final English paper. That means articles from our databases, books from the library catalog, books from our ebook databases, and things like that. So what I want you to take a look at is the resources. The resources for your English paper. That's what we're going to be looking at for your final project for LR10. Since you're already working on your English paper, you've got these resources. This is where the LR10 project comes in. You're going to choose 4 of your best resources that you're using to write your final project in your English class, your final paper, excuse me, and you're going to report on those resources for your LR10 final project. So 4 resources that you're using to write your English paper, and you're going to give me some information in a report form. And I call these resource reports. So each resource report will consist of a URL link that redirects to the full text of that resource, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a database article. If you're using a book in the library catalog, then it can just be a link to the library book record in the library catalog. You're going to have an MLA citation written in the proper MLA form, an explanation of how that resource helped you to write your English paper. If there are facts, statistics, specific pieces of information, or quotations that you used in your paper. And then you'll let me know how you located your resource, and who created it, and how it passes the CARS test. If you don't remember what CARS is, you can look back in our older modules. You can see, I believe it's in Module 1, that we talked about CARS. So it's credibility, accuracy, reasonableness, and support. So you must submit 4 resource reports total, and at least 2 of those must be from the Solano Community College Library databases or the library catalog. Since this is your LR10 project, you need to show me that you know how to locate high-quality college-level resources using the tools that we've been learning about in class. So that means 2 of your resources that you use to write your English paper should be from the library. That could be full-text ebooks from the ebook databases, full-text books from the library catalog. That means you actually physically go to the library and you use a book. Full-text articles from Academic Search Complete, ProQuest, Points of View, or any of the Solano databases that are listed in the full assignment. There's a link that takes you to the databases page, and you can use articles from any of those databases that the college subscribes to. So all of your resources must be full text. That means that you have access to the full text of the book. So nothing that's just an abstract or a summary. And your URL needs to link to the full text of the article, of the book. All of your resources must pass the CARS test. So you'll do a little CARS evaluation and explain to me how that resource passes the CARS test. And your resources should be the best resources for your topic. It should be the highest quality, the most supportive, and just kind of the best resources all around that you've used to help write your paper in English class. At the end of your last report, so the very last page of your final project, you're going to include a properly formatted MLA Works Cited page. I've got an example in the final module. There's a little lecture, your last lecture, about how to create and format a Works Cited page. So you'll have 4 citations, one for each of the resources that you used in your resource reports, and at the end you'll list them all in a nice Works Cited page. To submit your assignment, there's a video in the classroom that explains how to submit it. You'll need to save it as an RTF or doc or docx file. I can't read Pages files, so you Mac users, please pay attention. I can't access any .pages files. So if you use a Mac, if you use an Apple, make sure that you save your document as an RTF or a doc. And then you'll upload it to the Dropbox in the classroom. And again, there's instructions on how to do that in the classroom. So let's take a look at the classroom and see where some of our information is. Thanks. All right, so here we are in the online classroom, and the final project module is at the very bottom. What you've got is you've got your last lecture, which shows you how to create a Works Cited page, so you can take a look there. All about creating your Works Cited page, the rules of that. You're going to have 4 citations listed in alphabetical order by author. Please pay attention to the spacing, the margins, and the indenting. I don't take off too many points for small mistakes like that. The main thing is that you have everything properly formatted in MLA citation style and that they're alphabetical. And they just look really nice. For your final project, the final project tool, you'll see the final project description here, which is basically everything that's in the slideshow, but written out, spelled out for you. So the information about the requirements for your resource reports. There's that link to the databases that you can use for your articles. Also in the final project module, you have the resource report worksheet that you can download. You have the resource report example. So this is what a resource report should look like when you're done with it. Here is the final project discussion where you can see my answers to different questions that you might have. Right now I'm just posting questions that I'm getting from various students. These are kind of things that come up often, so I use this forum to answer some questions for you. And so everything that you need to complete the final project is in this final project module. You've got your resource report forms, you've got a full description of the assignment. You can see that the final project is worth 35% of your LR10 grade, and it is a required assignment. That means that anyone who wishes to pass LR10 needs to complete the final project. You don't necessarily have to get an A+, but you have to complete the final project in order to pass the class, regardless of how well you've done in the class so far. It is a requirement. So if you have any questions, you can add some questions to the final project discussion if you want me to answer them in public. If you've got other questions about the final you don't quite understand, just send me an email and I will answer them. So in summary, for your final project in LR10, you need 4 resources from your English paper. At least 2 need to be from SEC databases, ebooks, library catalog. You're going to be submitting 4 resource reports. Please use the resource report form that is in the online classroom. It'll make your life easier. You're going to end your final project with a Works Cited page, so you'll probably have about 5 pages total for this assignment, and then you will submit your work to the classroom Dropbox. This project is worth 35% of your LR10 grade, and it is a required assignment. That means that if you've done nothing but wonderful work in LR10 all through the class, you think you can skip the final project and still pass by with a C, That's not going to happen. It's a required assignment, so that means if you want to pass the class, you're going to need to complete the final project. You don't have to get an A+, but you've got to do it. The idea behind this final project is that you're using what you learned in LR10 to show that you can locate and present college-level resources in a professional manner. So that means that you're locating high-quality resources, you're using the tools that we've learned about, and you're presenting them in MLA style. To succeed in this assignment, don't rewrite the assignment. Please read the directions and follow those directions to a T. If I say I want 2 Solano College resources, then give me 2 Solano College resources. Please don't give me 4 websites. That's not what this assignment is about. It's not to show that you know how to Google. I need to see a little bit of the fact that you've learned about the tools that we've been learning about in class. That's why you need to submit 2 Solano Community College resources. Ask questions if you don't understand anything. If there's anything along the way that you don't get, you've got a question, please ask. You can send me an email, you can post it in the forum. Please look at all the examples that are posted in the classroom and all the forums and everything. Read all the directions carefully, please. I'm really a stickler about directions for this assignment. And again, ask questions. I can't tell if you're having a problem unless you ask. So please don't hesitate, don't be shy, and I know that you guys are going to do a fantastic job. I can't wait to see. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.